Okay, it went a little bit faster live on me than I had anticipated. I guess I clicked a button or it got clicked somehow, so pardon me while I get the rest of this thing lined up the way I would prefer it. So let's get everything into position. Like I said, kind of got caught off guard just a tiny bit. All right, we're at Tiger Stadium, and this is start number 19 for Mark the Bird Fidrych. It's against the California Angels, and his mound opponent will be Frank Tanana, the lefty for the Angels, 19-10 with a 2.43 ERA. And of course, in real life, Mark Fidrych, 19-9 with a 2.34 ERA. Well, let's look at what he's done in the replay versus what has happened in real life. I had to make a slight correction because the first two games he pitched were in relief, so I don't want to count those because I didn't replay those, I only replayed his starts. So I had to do some adjusting here on the in real life one. So you can see the stats are pretty close, 158 in real life, 155 and 2/3 for the replay, 136 to 131, 35 to 34. One of the ones that's off quite a bit is the home runs. For some reason, he gave up 10 in real life, but only 3 in the replay so far. Walks aren't too bad. He struck out more in real life than he has in the replay. The records are pretty similar, 12-5 to 11-5. ERA is also very similar, 1.97 to 1.99. So pretty happy with how inside pitch has replicated all of these things. So let's go ahead and get this start number 19 going here from Tiger Stadium. See the starting lineups on the score sheet there. Dave Collins at the DH, Jerry Remy at second, Bruce Bochy in left, Tony Saleta at first, Dan Briggs in center, Terry Humphrey catching, Bob Jones in right, Ron Jackson at third, and Dave Chalk the shortstop. For the Tigers, LaFleur in center, Alex Johnson in left, Stobbs in right, Willie Horton DH, Thompson at first, Rodriguez at third, Verizon at short, Garcia at second, and Bruce Kim catching. One thing that's going to hurt, potentially hurt Mark Fidrych is some bad fielding. We've got two outfielders, the left and right fielders both have ones on their range, so they can give up quite a few hits, might drop in there. And then Garcia at second is also a one. So he's got 3 defensive players that are ones. So he may be looking to get some help outside of the defense. I don't know. We'll see. The other thing that's going to be a little bit confusing about this is both of these card team colors are quite similar. In fact, they're almost, they look to be identical. I don't see any difference in the coloring between California and Detroit. So we got to really, me, as being the one doing this, has to really watch out for that and make sure I don't misread something or think something's going for one team when it's really going for another team. So really got to be careful about that. But hopefully that won't be an issue. We shall see. Right now, Fidrych finishing up those warm-up tosses. We are at Tiger Stadium. I think everything is in view now as best I can get it. So I think I'm okay to sit down and get the start number 19 underway. If we look at the rest of his starts, after this one, he'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 10 starts left because he made 29 starts in real life. So I think 24 of those 29 were complete games without looking. I think that's what I had. So we got this game here on August 17th, and then the next start is at home again against Minnesota on the 21st. So we shall see how it goes. Mark the Bird going to be taking on the California Angels. Like I said, it's unfortunately the card coloring is identical for both these two teams, so got to really be careful. All right, so Fidrych facing the DH, Dave Collins, to lead things off. 2-6. 2-6 is blank on Fidrych. We go to Collins. And that's a 2-2 on Collins. And against a split chance. Against a lefty, he'd single. But against the right-hander, which Fidrych is, it's just a ground ball to third. And Aurelio Rodriguez will put it away. Out number 1. And that brings up Jerry Remy. Jerry Remy would go on to be with the Red Sox later on, but right now is in California. 1-5. And that's a home run question mark chance. That's an 11. Against lefties, Fidrych pretty much has a chance to give a home run to anybody, but Jerry Remy has no home run chances, so we just totally ignore that and go straight to Remy's card. 2-2 is a pop-up to short. I think that's the second 2-2 result on the batter card, because the first one was that split chance on the 2-2. So unusual there that happened. 2 up, 2 down for Bruce Bhakti, the left fielder. 1-6 is a potential walk. That's a 5. And Bhakti well within that range, so he will draw the 2-out walk. His attempt is a 1, so not likely to do anything, but he did steal 4 bases on the season. And 12 means nothing is happening. Tony Saleta, the DH. I'm sorry, the first baseman, because Collins is the DH. First baseman, Tony Saleta, steps to the plate. We get a 1-6, that's a potential walk again, but 16, too much. It's only a 14. Stadium adds 1, but it's only a 15, so 16 is going to miss that. And Saleta finish on his card 3-2. It's going to be a single to center field, so 2-out lightning by the Angels. And on a single to center, to get from first to third, you will subtract 1 from the BR rating of the runner at first base. Bhakti's BR rating is a 3, it becomes a 2. But LaFleur adds 1, so we get that 1 back to make it a 3. Plus there's 2 outs to make it a 4. So 1 through 4, and he will make it. It's a 6, so that means he's going to probably be thrown out. The white die is a 4, so we go to the secondary throw. The white die is a 4, says lead runner is thrown out. So we don't worry about trailing runners because that was a 3rd out. So we just know Bhakti was out trying to take the extra base. We can call it 8-5, and that's going to end the inning. So that, well, when I do a lot of those base runner advancement checks, that red 6 seems to come up quite a lot. I don't know what it is about it, but just it comes up just to make me more nervous about how to play this thing, because that's the one part of the base running that's really kind of, if there's anything that's not 100% crystal clear in this game, base running is probably the one thing, and that secondary role can give, I know it gave me problems for a long time, and I'm still not 100% down on it, but hopefully I'm better at it. But the red 6 certainly did that for me. All right, so Frank Tanana is going to step in on the rubber and finish his warm-up tosses facing Ron LaFleur, center fielder. Get a 2-6. That's a walk plus against a right-hander. His walks against a lefty is a 12. Stadium adds 1, makes it a 13. Plus the plus makes it a 23, so 7. That's an automatic walk. And LaFleur has an attempt of 8, plus 1 from Tanana, so he's got a chance of a 9 to get a jump. And it's 11, so it's going to be a hit and run. So we have a hit and run from Alex Johnson. So first we'll roll on Tanana, see if there's a strikeout chance. 3-2, possibly, yes it will. Strikeout plus. So the strikeout plus will definitely be a strikeout. That's a 9. I'm sorry, it's a 7. Plus 1 makes it an 8, but the plus makes it an 18. So 10 is a strikeout. And now, with that being a strikeout, we need to resolve the hit and run as a stolen base chance. So it says here, I'm looking at the hit and run chart, it says if batter strikes out, resolve like you would a regular steal. So regular steal attempt, he's a 12, nothing from Tanana. The catcher, Humphrey, is a 0 as well. So 1 through 12, and Alex Johnson will get the stolen base. It's a 7, so he does, I'm sorry, not Alex Johnson, Ron LaFleur. I was looking at Ron LaFleur, he's an 8, not Alex Johnson, the 12. But the 8-7 still falls within that, so LaFleur with the stolen base despite the strikeout. Now I was thinking there was some kind of way on the hit and run like that you reduce their stealing rating, but I thought I read something about that, but now I can't find it. And that may be in the supplemental rules, I don't know, but I'm looking at the main chart that I have in my hand, and I don't see anything about that. In fact, I printed off, it's kind of hard to see on this paper, but I printed off what I thought was from the supplemental, and it still says on a hit and run, resolve play like we would a regular steal. So I don't, you're not worried about a jump because he's got to go. So, but there's nothing on here saying that he steals without a jump. So I'm hoping that was played correctly. We shall see. There is a chance for a pickoff for Tanana, so we'll roll for that, see if things happen on a strategy roll. It is not. So now we go to Rusty Staub stepping in, 2-3. That was a 3 there. 2-3 for Tanana. Possible error if there's a ground ball. Staub 2-4. That's a single to center field. The error check on the center fielder, that's a 5. Center fielder for California, Briggs, has a 0 error rating, so no error there whatsoever. I don't know why I put a 8 like he flew out to center. That should be a single to center. That was kind of bad. All right, so we're checking to see if LaFleur can score. He's a BR of 4. Single to center. A single to center with a man on second to score. You add 2 to the BR rating. So that gives him a base running rating of 6. And with Briggs having no arm, that's an automatic 6, which means there's no throw whatsoever. He just scores without a throw. And the Tigers lead it 1-0 on a Rusty Staub 1-out single. He's got a no attempt rating, so we won't worry about attempt, but we will roll the strategy for the pickoff. And it's not a 20 there, so no worries. Here's Willie Horton, infield at double play depth. 3-6 is a range play at the ballpark. Range play at the ballpark. So now we're going to the Tiger Stadium card. 6-6, that's a home run to the opposite field. You don't need to worry about the range because it's gone. That's a 9, and his home run's a 15, so there's no range. You can't climb the wall to take that away. That is a 2-run homer for Willie Horton. So Willie Horton with the 2-run homer, and the Tigers all of a sudden scoring some runs for Fidrych, which has been unusual lately. But they now lead it 3-0 over the Angels, and they're roughing up Tanana early and often. Here's Jason Thompson. 3-6 is another range play at the ballpark. 3-5. 3-5 is a fly to center, so we're checking the range of Briggs, which is a 3. So let's see if he can get to this. He does not. It's a 5. Let's see if it's going to be a double or a single. It's a single. So single for Jason Thompson as Briggs was unable to get to it. Thompson is a 1. +1 from Tanana makes him a 2. That's a 1, so Thompson's going to steal. He's got a 7. And we already know the factors on the pitcher and catcher are 0. So 1-7, and Jason Thompson will steal it. And he is, well, it's a 20. I don't think there's anything special, and I think he's just thrown out. So he is caught stealing big time. He is out of there. 2 down. And that brings up Aurelio Rodriguez. Base is clear and 2 outs. Tanana, 2-5. A split chance, single against a lefty, walk chance against a righty. He is a righty, so we're doing a walk chance. That's a 15, though, so nowhere near a walk. And Rodriguez will finish the at-bat on his own card. 3-2. 3-2, he grounds to first, and Saleta will take it to the bag himself. But the Tigers, 3 runs in the first. The big blow, a Willie Horton 2-run homer. And it's 3-0. Fidrych is enjoying a rare offensive outburst to give him some cushion. Now here's Dan Briggs, center fielder. 5-2 is a blank on Fidrych, so we go to Briggs. 1-3. Now if he was facing a pitcher from the Giants and the Pirates named Chris Stratton, you'd have Briggs and Stratton, but that's not in this game. 1-3, that's a star line 6, which is a fly to center. 1 down, and that brings up Terry Humphrey, the catcher. 4-5, and that is a blank on Fidrych again. Humphrey, 3-6, ground ball to second, Pedro Garcia. As long as he doesn't require a range play, he's okay. All right, here's Bob Jones. 6-3, and that's a strikeout chance. 18, though, is way too high for that, so Jones on his own card, 160, grounds to Garcia again. 3 up, 3 down, so spurred on by the run support, Fidrych puts the Tigers away, puts the Angels away in order. And now we go to the bottom of the second. Tanana will have to regroup. Facing the bottom of the order, Tom Verizor. And I think, let me make sure, okay, so make sure the cards are still in view. All right, so Verizor stepping to the plate against Tanana. That's a 5-1, which is a strikeout plus against a lefty, but against a righty, it is blank. So we go to Verizor. 3-4. Grounds to third, and that's put away over there by Jackson as he throws over to Saleta. 1 away. Pedro Garcia. 5-1. Same result. Blank against the right-hander, so we go to Garcia. 3-4. Pops it up to third, and this time Jackson will put it away himself. 2 up, 2 down for Bruce Kim. 1-6, and that's an automatic star line against a right-handed batter, so it's automatic star line for Tanana. It's a 3, which means he grounds it to second, and Remy will put that away. 1-2-3, so much better second inning for Tanana, but damage was already done in the first. We go to the third, still 3-0 favor of the Tigers. And Ron Jackson steps to the plate against Fidrych. 4-2. That is a strikeout chance. W if he's tired, which obviously he's not. Strikeout chance, that's a 10. His strikeout's a 9, but you add 1 from Tiger Stadium, falls in that category of a 10, and thanks to Tiger Stadium, Fidrych just got a strikeout. 1 down, here's Dave Chalk. 5-1, that's an at sign, which means we're going to Tiger Stadium. Chalk, 5-4. 5-4 is a question mark 9, and Tiger Stadium gives him up to 17 for a hit. That's a 3, which falls into a single. 1 through 9 there is a single off the stadium card, so Chalk with a 1-out single, but he's got no attempt rating, so we're not going to worry about that. We will do the strategy roll because Fidrych does have a 5% chance of a pickoff if we roll the 20, which we did not. So here's Collins. Infield at double play depth. 1-5, we're back to that home run chance again. 1 through 19 will take care of it. That 12 fits into that. So now we're going to re-roll for Collins. If we get a 1 through 9, he will hit a home run. He had 4 on the season. That's a 17, so it will not be a home run. He's not out. It just means we're not doing a home run. We're going to go back and finish the at-bat on Collins' card. 4-4. 4-4 is another question mark 7. Against a right-hander, it goes 1 through 7. That's a 9. So that falls out of that range, which means we go back to the 7, which means it's a fly out to left. So fly out to left by Collins for out number 2. And that'll bring up Remy. Roll again, checking to make sure there's no pickoff attempt. There's not. All right, 6-3, strikeout chance. But that's only a 5. Stadium adds 1, makes it a 6, but a 7's out of range. So Remy finishing on his card, 1-4. He flies to center, LaFleur all over it. And 3 innings at-bats for the Angels have produced no runs. As Fidrych has gone 1/3 of the game with a shutout. Go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0. And top of the order, and Ron LaFleur. LaFleur walked, stole second, and scored his first time. Just what you want from a leadoff hitter. 1-5, possible single, but he's not tired, so we skip that. Just treat it as a blank. LaFleur finishing up on his card. He gets a single pass short. So LaFleur gets on base again, and again, his attempt is an 8, but it's a 9 now when you add 1 from Tanana. So 1 through 9, he will attempt to steal. It's an 18, though, so he will have to hold. And that brings up Alex Johnson. 3-2, that's a strikeout plus, so he's gone. Strikeout's a 7, but the plus makes it a 17. Plus the stadium makes an 18, 9 well within that. So Alex Johnson whiffs. 1 down, and we'll roll for Rusty Staub. 1-5. Again, it's a blank. 4-4. Split chance against a righty. It'd be a single. Against a lefty, it's a ground ball to short. Could be a double play because they were at double play depth. He's a 3. Double play depth makes it a 4, but you lose 1 here from Tanana. Drops it back to a 3. The ground ball was to short, so the pivot man is the second baseman, Remy, who adds nothing. So it's a 1-3 for a double play. It's a 1, so it'll be a double play, ending double play, 6-4-3, just what the doctor ordered. And Rusty Staub hits to the twin killing to end the inning. We go to the 4th. It's still Detroit 3, and the Angels nothing. Bruce Bhakti walked, but was thrown out trying to get to third on a single from first base. He tried to stretch it to the extra base. Got that red 6, which meant he was out of there. So here is Fidrych to Bhakti. 1-3, that's an automatic star line. So we go and see what the out's going to be. It is a 2, which is a ground ball to short. 1 away. And you can see Fidrych was a ground ball pitcher because all of his 5 out of the 6 of his star lines are ground balls. Only 1 is a fly ball. Everything else is a ground ball, which tells you he was a predominantly ground ball pitcher. Although you wouldn't know that because the double play grounders don't show it here, but I guess that's cooked into the star lines where these could be double play chances. So don't know how the sausage is made, so I'm just making comments as I see the numbers. All right, here is Saleda. 6-4, double question mark. For a left-hander to be out, 1-5. That's a 16, so not going to happen. If he was facing a right-hander, that would have been a star line, but not Saleda the lefty. So we go to Saleda to finish 3-2, and he fights that off and gets a single to center field. He's 2 for 2, is Mr. Saleda. And he is a hold, so he has no, has to be a hit and run to do anything there, so that's not going to happen. We will check for the pickoff. There's no 20 there, so no pickoff. Here's Dan Briggs. Fidrych 4-1, possible wild pitch. That's an 8, and that falls within the 1 to 10. So Fidrych uncorks one. Wild pitch. We'll move the runner to second. 4-4, blank. So we go to Briggs. 6-4, ground ball to second. That'll move the runner to third. But now there are 2 outs. So 2 outs with Saleda now at third base for Terry Humphrey. 6-6, blank. 3-1. 3-1's ground ball to third. Rodriguez puts it away. Inning's over. So both pitchers seem to have settled into a nice routine, but that first inning, sometimes some of those better pitchers like Tom Seaver and Don Sutton and some of those guys, Bob Gibson, a lot of those, if you didn't get to them early, you just didn't get to them. So they got to Tanana early, and that might be the only runs they score off Tanana. We'll see. Horton led off, or he's leading off this inning, but he had a big 2-run homer in the bottom of the first. 5-1, though, is a strikeout chance, plus chance for a lefty, but against a righty, it is blank. So we go to Horton. 2-3. 2-3 is going to fly to left, so didn't quite get all of it. And the left fielder, Bruce Bhakti, put it away. Here's Jason Thompson. Singled and was caught stealing his first chance. 5-6 is a strikeout chance. 12 for his card, but you add 1 from the stadium. It's a 13, and that's what that is. So Tiger Stadium cost Thompson a strikeout. 2 down for Rodriguez. He grounded to Saleda's first trip. 1-5 is again that spot where if he's tired it'd be a single, but he's not. Rodriguez 2-5, Starline 5. That's a ground ball to short, and chalk. We'll chalk that up as a ground ball and ends the inning. So we go to the top of the 5th, still 3-0, favor of the Tigers. Fidrych has made those 3 runs stand. So far he has given up 3 hits and a walk, but no runs. And here's Bob Jones. 1-5, home run question mark. You know he's going to pass it because that's a 1-19. So we're coming over here to Bob Jones. He's going to automatically hit a home run because he's got a 20 here. So in limited duties, he only had 6 home runs, but they rated him as a 20. So that's what we'll have to call it. So since it passed this check, it's an automatic home run for Bob Jones. Automatic. I don't think there's any rule there that says you roll it again. If you get a 20, it's not a home run. I don't see that anywhere in the rules. And if that's the case, then he should be a 19, not a 20. But to me, if he's rated as a 20, that means he's automatic when he gets to that check. So if they wanted it not to be automatic, then they should have made it a 19. All right. So here is Ron Jackson. 2-1, 3-1 now. So the score has been reduced. 6-3. Strikeout chance. That's a 13. Too much for Jackson. Finishing on Jackson's card, 1-2. He's going to fly to right. Against the lefty, he doubled, but against the righty, he will fly to Rusty Staub in right field, 1 away. And that will send up Dave Chalk. Singled his first trip, 6-3. We're in the same boat. Another strikeout chance. This one's a 1, so it will be a strikeout. So 2 down, base is clear, 1 in. And here's Collins. He's 0 for 2. 3-6. Blank against a lefty, and Collins being a switch hitter is batting left, so it's a blank. So we finish on Collins. 6-6, he's going to fly to right, and Staub will put that away as well. But the Angels do break through on the home run by Bob Jones. And at the end of 4.5, it's 3-1 Detroit. Tom Verizor leads off the bottom of the 5th. And Verizor, Garcia, and Kim, bottom of the order. 1-6, automatic star line against a right-hander, which he is. So we'll see what the star line is. It's a 3. Ground ball to second. Remy will put that away. 1 down for Garcia. That's a leaner. I haven't had too many leaners off this dice tray, but that is a leaner. So I'm going to re-roll everything because that's a leaner. 3-4. 3-4 is 3-4 is a possible home run. That's a 6, so it falls into that 1 to 11 category. So Garcia, a 1 through 12, and he will go deep. A 1 through 12, and Garcia will make it a home run. And he does. How about that? How about that? So he can thank the Leaning Tower of Pisa on that one, because he got that re-roll and got the home run chance, and he didn't miss it. Garcia had 4 home runs on the year, and that was one of them right there. Gets that run back and cuts and increases the lead back to 3 runs at 4-1. Here's Tanana, 4-4, and that's a strikeout chance. That's a 12 on the D20, which is too much. So we go to Kim, 4-5, and that's a double to left field for Bruce Kim. So how about that? Double for Kim. He's not going to try to attempt to steal or anything. We'll check for a pickoff. And there is no pickoff. So now we go to LaFleur. 3-1, strikeout plus, he's gone. Struck him out. Strikeout's only 8, but you add 10, makes it an 18. One stadium is 19, that's a 5. It's not even close. So LaFleur whiffs for out number 2. Brings up Alex Johnson. 1-2, blank against a right-hander. 6-2, ground ball to third, and that's going to end the inning. But the run comes in on the Garcia homer. And after 5 complete, it is Detroit 4 and California 1. So Fidrych got that 3-run lead back. Now it's up to California to battle back again. Here's Remy. He's 0 for 2. 1-2 is a strikeout chance. That's a 7. Too much. It's only a 5 plus 1 from the stadium's a 6. So 7's too much. Go to Remy. 3-4. He flies out to Staub for out number 1. Brings up Bruce Bhakti. 5-6, possible error if there's a ground ball. 1-5, it's a fly to right again. It's a lot of fly balls going to right field for Rusty Staub. He's been busy out there. 2 down for Saleta, who was 2 for 2. He's figured out Fidrych. Nobody else has. 6-5 is a range play. Saleta, 3-5. And that's a single to center field, but we're checking the range because LaFleur could take that away. His range is a 3. And he does. So LaFleur comes in and grabs it and robs Saleta of a potential base hit. So 6th inning is 3 and done for the Angels. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 4-1. Now Tanana can face 34 batters, so he's not in danger of tiring. He's only faced 22. So he's still definitely in good shape. Now, the 4 runs could be a problem, but we'll see. Here's Rusty Staub, and Staub has singled and grounded into a double play. 5-4. 5-4 is a potential walk against a righty, but a blank against a lefty, so go to Staub's card. 3-3, Starline 3, which is a ground ball to Remy. 1 down, and that'll bring up Willie Horton. He's homered and flied to left. 5-6 strikeout chance, but 17's way too high for that. 4-4. 4-4 is a question mark 8. That's a 6. And against a left-hander, that's a single. Would have been a double against a righty, but against a lefty, it's a single. So Willie Horton, 2 for 3. And he's in no danger of running, so we're not going to worry about that, but we'll check for a pickoff. See if we get a 20. And we do not. So now here's Jason Thompson. Infield is at double play depth. 1-2, strikeout plus against the lefty Thompson, so he will strike out. He's already at a 13, that's already a 12, so the plus wasn't even necessary, but just adds a little more emphasis. And there's 2 down for Aurelio Rodriguez. 3-4. 3-4 is a home run question mark against a right-hander. It's 1-11, that's a 10, so it passes that check. Rodriguez home run against a lefty is 16. So if we get a 16 here, or less, it's gone, a 2-run homer. It's gone. It's around the number 16. Aurelio Rodriguez, a 2-run homer, and all of a sudden the Tigers have blown this thing open at 6-1, and Tanana is pretty much done, but I'm going to try to get him through this, to get this last out. But 2-run homers there were 3 2-run. He's been dinged by 3 home runs, 2 of them 2-run shots, but 2 of the home runs came from Garcia and Rodriguez. Not exactly guys you think of with a lot of power, but it's just the way it worked. All right, here's Verizon. 6-3 strikeout chance. 18's too much. For Riser, 1-5. He flies to center to end the inning. But that's going to be it for Tanana. He's going to give up 6 runs in 6 innings. All of them earned. So his ERA definitely taken a beating on that one. And they've given, the Tigers now have given Fidrych pretty much carte blanche to do what he wants the rest of the game with this kind of a lead. So got to figure out now from the Tigers who's going to be the new pitcher. It looks like it's going to be a right-hander because of the fact that right-handers are coming up. So it looks like Paul Hartzell will be the new pitcher for the Angels in the bottom of the 7th. And he's got enough relief where he can go the 7th and the 8th inning, as long as he doesn't pitch ineffectively. So Fidrych coming back out, and he can go a while. He's got 34 batters faced. He's only faced right now 22. So he's in line potentially for a complete game again. He's been pitching a lot of 9-inning games, so he can do it again. We'll see. Dan Briggs, 6-2, range play at Tiger Stadium. 6-2 again is a fly to left, but again, the left fielder is only a 1, Alex Johnson, so very likely this will not be caught, and it's not. So let's see if it's double or not. It is not. It is a single. So it's a single, leadoff single for Briggs, and with the score being 6-1, all strategy rolls are now off the board because we've only got 3 innings to go, and the separation of the score is 5, so that cancels out the strategy rolls. So now that'll bring up Fidrych, and the infield at double play depth for Humphrey to face Fidrych. 6-6 is blank. We go to Humphrey. 5-3 is a star line 6, which is a fly to center. That's the 1 star line. It's a fly ball. So no chance of a double play there. 1 away for Bob Jones, who has the only run of the game for the Angels on a home run. 2-6, and that's blank on Fidrych. Go to Jones. 4-5, and that's a star line 1, possible double play. His double play is a 2, but again, that double play depth makes him a 3, and there's nothing on the pivot. Nothing on the pivot as it goes to second base, so the pivot shortstop for Riser has a 0. So it's a 1-3 for a double play. It's a 5, so no double play, but the 5 being greater than the BR rating of Dan Briggs, so that means it's a fielder's choice force play. So we'll call it 4-6 on the fielder's choice. Bob Jones, the new runner, with 2 down. And Ron Jackson, if he's nasty. 1-6, walk, 19, too much. 4-1 is a ground ball to first, and Jason Thompson will take it to the bag himself. 7th inning stretch here at Tiger Stadium, and Fidrych is in complete control as the Tigers lead it 6-1. And new pitcher for the Angels is Paul Hartzell on the 76th season. He was 7-4, 2 saves, and a 2.77 ERA. Face the bottom of the order, Garcia, Kim, and then the top of the order, LaFleur. Here in the bottom of the 7th with a 6-1 Tiger lead. 4-1 is a wild pitch, which nobody on base is a foul ball. Re-roll back on the pitcher card. 4-4. 4-4 is a strikeout chance. That's a 4, so he will definitely strike out because he's got a 13 up here. So Garcia is out of there on strikes. Brings up Bruce Kim. 1-5 is a strikeout chance. That's a 10. He's got a 9, but the stadium adds 1, so it will be another strikeout. So 2 down. 2 down on the strike, back-to-back strikeouts from Hartzell. And that brings up LaFleur. 5-2 is a range play. So we go to LaFleur's card for the range play. 6-4. Ground ball to first. That is Saleta. His range is a 4. So let's see if it sneaks by him or whether he gets it. He gets it. So you will get it and flip it over to Hartzell covering to end the inning. I just made that one up about throwing the pitcher, but I figure on a range play, he's going to be too far away from the bag to take it himself. So in my mind's eye, he has to flip to Hartzell covering. Like I said, I'm not keeping defensive stats, so it's really irrelevant. So now we go to the top of the 8th, 6-1. Fidrych has now faced 26 batters. He can face 34. Here's Chalk. 1-2, strikeout chance, but 15's too much. Chalk, 2-4. That's a single to center field, so Chalk 2 for 3. And again, strategy rules are turned off because of the score. Fidrych to Collins, 3-6. It's a blank against a lefty because Collins is a switch hitter, so it's a blank. So the Collins card, 5-3. Starline 4 is a ground ball to second. They were at double play depth. He's only a double play rating of 2, though, so not likely to double up Collins. Nope, it's runner advance. So the runner advance check on that one. And let's see, where did I say it went? I'm trying to remember. I think it went to second, so it's going to be a 4-3. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm not keeping defensive stats, so it's just a ground out. That's all that matters. And chalk did make it to second base, as that 6 on the red die means runner advance. Here's Jerry Remy. 1-1 on Fidrych's strikeout chance. 14's too high for that. So Remy, 5-4 for Remy, and that's a ground ball to shortstop. Possible double play again. But again, it's only a 1, so it becomes a 2 on the double play. It's a 3, so it won't do it. Now the 3, I'm sorry, it can't be a double play. The runner's at second. What am I talking about? So the ground ball, now I got to remember where the ground ball went. I'm so excited about a double play. I think it went to short. Did it go to short or did it go to second? No, you know what? I don't remember where it went. I think it might have went to second again. I'm trying to remember if it went to short or second. Now it escapes me. Just that quickly it escapes me. I know it was a blank on this one, and then we rolled something with a 4. Was it Starline 3 to roll a 2-4? No, I think I rolled a 1-4. I'm sorry, up here. I think I rolled a 2-4. Starline 4 to second base. That's where I think it went. Going off memory, which doesn't always work for me sometimes, so doesn't really matter. I don't guess. It's 2 outs, and the runner is now at third. Whether he's at third or second, I think is pretty much irrelevant at this point in the game. Unless there's an error or something like that, that would be the only thing that would make that difference. Here's Bhakti. 4-1. Well, a wild pitch could do it. 4-1 is a wild pitch, but that's a 12. But it's a potential pass ball because 12 fits into this category, 11 to 13. Kim's pass ball rating is a 5. So if it's a 5 or less, if it's a 6, it's a pass ball. Otherwise, he blocks it. And he blocks it. So he blocked it, no problem. And we move on with the rest of the at-bat. 6-4. 6-4 is a double question mark. 19, though, is way too high, so we go to Bhakti to finish. 3-2. Single pass second, so the run's going to score either way you went. RBI single. And it cuts the lead to 6-2, and that's kind of where Fidrych is. He's giving up 2 runs a game usually. 6-2 is where we're at right now. Here's Saleta, 3-4, and that's a star line right there. Star line automatic out. The out becomes a 5, ground ball to third. End of the inning. So Fidrych has gone 8 innings and given up 2 earned runs, as it's a 6-2 Tiger lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Hartzell back in. He went 1, 2, 3 in the 7th, so no reason why he can't pitch the 8th. Save their bullpen. Here's Johnson, 3-2 on Hartzell is a strikeout chance. That's a 5, so he's gone. Hartzell with another strikeout. Rusty Staub. 2-6 is a potential strikeout again, but 10's too much. So go to Staub. 2-3 for Staub is a star line 5, which is a ground ball to short. 2 down, and that brings up Willie Horton. Horton 1-2 is would be, if he's tired, it'd be a single. He's not tired, so we skip it. 5-6, star line 5, ground ball to short. So we go to the 9th with the score 6-2, and I'm going to make some defensive changes for the Tigers because I feel like they would do this in real life anyway with the lead that they have. So I'm going to replace both their left and right fielders and put some better fielders out there. So we're going to have Ben Ogilvy and Mickey Stanley coming in. And let's see, Mickey Stanley will come in left field because he's rated for left field. So Mickey Stanley will take over in left field here in the 9th. He's a 3, 11, and a 0. So his error rating's a little higher, but it's got a much better range chance. And I don't want Fidrych to give up cheap runs because something drops in when most teams make defensive changes anyway with the lead. So here's Ogilvy in right field, and he's rated as a 3, 5, and 0. Better than the 1, 5. out of Rusty Staubs, so Ben Ogilvy. So there you go. So those are your changes defensively for the Tigers, so that we don't penalize Mark Fidrych any longer than we have to for shoddy defense. All right, so top of the ninth we go. It'll be Briggs, Humphrey, and Jones. Could get a pinch hitter for Humphrey, because Humphrey's not exactly the best hitter in the world. Now we're at 29. We're at 33 batters. So this first batter, after Briggs, Fidrych will be subject to fatigue, and then if he rolls a roll that hits a fatigue chance, he has to be taken out. So right now, here's Dan Briggs. 5-3, and I guess a lefty, that's a blank, so we skip that. Briggs 3-6. He's going to fly to center. LaFleur puts it away. 1 down. Now Humphrey will be pinch hit for, and of course, from here on out, Fidrych is subject to fatigue at the 4-2 roll, and I think, did he have one at 4-2 and 4-3? Those are the 2 rolls that are subject to fatigue. All right, now let's see who the pinch hitter is going to be. They don't have any lefties on the bench to pinch hit. All their they got Rusty Torres, but he's a terrible hitter. So they're going to go with Tommy Davis. He's usually like a DH type, but he did hit 265. So Tommy Davis is going to be the pinch hitter for Terry Humphrey. Just try to be fair to the Angels. I'm thinking they would bring in a better hitter here in the ninth for Humphreys. So Tommy Davis it is. And again, Fidrych now subject to any fatigue roll. 2-6 is a blank, so don't have to worry about that. Tommy Davis, 4-2. Ground ball to third. Rodriguez puts it away. 2 down. So 1 out away is Fidrych from another 9-inning performance, giving up 2 runs, which puts him right at his ERA, which was running at 197. This would probably bring him up to a 198. It's Bob Jones who homered. 1 for 3 is Bob Jones. He homered back in the 5th. Fidrych 2-4. Possible error if there's a throw. 1-5. Ground ball to second. The error rating of Garcia is an 11. That's a 20. No error. So Garcia will throw over to Thompson, and the ball game is over. Fidrych and the Tigers win it by the score of 6-2. In real life, they won the game 3-2, but this one was 6-2. I don't see any errors in the game for either team. Now let's figure out what Fidrych gave up. We know he went 9 innings and gave up the 2 runs, which were both earned. Check his hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits for Fidrych. And so I'll update that as well on this sheet, that he gave up 7 hits. So he is now at 138, and he's now at 164 and 2/3. And I think in real life he did pitch the full 9 innings in this game. I'd have to look it up, but I think he did. But all I can be concerned about right now is his replay. So he's up to 36 runs. He's up to 4 home runs, as he gave up a home run right there. His walks, he walked once. Is that it? Just 1 walk. Yeah, he walked Bhakti in the first, and that was it. So his walks go to 29. And his strikeouts, not that many. 1, 2. I've only got him for 2 strikeouts. Striking out Jackson and Chalk. That's all I've got is 2 strikeouts. So 2 strikeouts will take him to 56. Of course, the win will give him to 12 and 5. And I got a feeling his ERA is going to be right around that 198 mark. I don't have a calculator in front of me to figure it out, but I'll figure it out later. But just so you can see, so for the Angels, 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. And for the Tigers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits, 6, 8, and 0. So this is the unofficial numbers. They won the real game 3-2, 3-4-1 to 2-5-0. But in this game, 6-8-0 and 2-7-0 for the Angels. Winning pitcher, of course, Mark Fidrych, proving his record in the replay to 12 and 5. In real life, he won this game, so he went to 13 and 5. So I'm still 1 win behind where he is on the replay. But all in all, I'd say Inside Pitch is doing a wonderful job as far as recreating his numbers and keeping everything pretty much the way I would expect it to. Now, his next start will be again against the Minnesota Twins here in Detroit. He's on a swing where he's playing 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a 5-game homestand that he's pitching in. He's pitched through 3 of them. He's got 2 more home starts in a row. Minnesota on the 21st and the White Sox on the 25th before he goes to Oakland on the 29th. So there you have it. Mark the Bird Fidrych. The bird is the word. He is now 12-5 on the replay and 13-5 in real life at this point. So hopefully you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch. Pretty smooth game. Like I said, only thing that really can complicate sometimes is that secondary base running. When you roll a red 6 on the D6s, sends you to the secondary chart, and that can be a little bit confusing. But other than that, it's pretty I wouldn't say simple game because it's kind of complex, but it's pretty intuitive, I should say. And the charts, this chart, cheat sheet chart, whatever you want to call it, definitely helps out quite a bit. So it was nice for Chris to include that with the game purchase. So that's going to do it from here. Until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play. And also, if I don't say it between now and then, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, as today is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Probably will post this video on Wednesday, so it'll be Thanksgiving Eve when you see it, because it takes a while for it to upload and whatnot. Might do it tonight, but most likely we'll do it on Wednesday. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, how you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.